Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Samarambam Nithyanandeshwari Parashakti Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. I welcome you all with my love and respect. I welcome all the devotees, disciples, Samajis, Satsangis, Srimahans, Mahans, Tanidar, Kotari, visitors, viewers, sitting with us all over the world in all the adhinams, ashrams, temples, universities, everywhere. I welcome all of you with my love and respects. I was expanding on the science of making the best, highest superconscious mutation as Paramashiva gave this science to Devi and Devi brought to planet Earth in Kanchipuram and started manifesting it. Please listen. Listen intensely. I'll make few revelations. Some of the revelations I am making, science already understood. Some of the revelations I'm going to make now, science is yet to catch up, yet to realize it. But what I am saying is the ultimate truth from Paramashiva directly. Understand? The strands of DNA, components of DNA is kept together through sound. So, if you want superconscious mutation in you, the sound through which your DNA is kept together need to be dismantled and the ultimate sound need to be inserted. Understand? You need to disconnect the threads with which your consciousness and DNA is bound together and alter the connecting point, the sound, into highest possible sound. What kind of a sound is used to bind your consciousness and DNA strands together? That decides what kind of a powers you are going to manifest and what kind of a life you are going to have in your body. Please understand, not just this body, how many ever bodies you may take. So that is why I am saying this science, even if you practice for a few days, you will never lose the benefit of this practice, because every time you take birth, this what you acquire through this science will come along with you. Please listen. I'm repeating. I'm just feeling like revealing the whole thing. Listen. Your DNA has some physical components like a sugar, so many other things. And they are kept together through water. Listen carefully. The DNA strands and your consciousness is kept together through sound. The different DNA strands kept together through water. DNA strands and consciousness is kept together through sound. And the kind of the sounds you use regularly inside and the kind of the sounds you stored inside matters, because through that sound your consciousness connects with the DNA and sends instruction, and DNA manifests your life. Listen carefully. So, if you want superconscious mutation, listen. Whether you are Kailasavasi or not, Sannyasi or not, Brahmachari or not, Grihastha or not, nothing matters if you allow the superconscious mutation in your life. Purpose of becoming Kailasavasi, Sannyasi, everything is only this one. Superconscious mutation. If you miss that goal, sannyas is useless. Actually, sannyas is nothing but moving towards a superconscious mutation. Whenever there is a lust happening in you, instead of allowing the soft delusory words to manifest in you, listen the word I am using, soft delusory words to manifest in you, use Mahavagya. Listen carefully. The soft delusory words are love idea. Hard delusory words are violence idea. I'll repeat. There are 4 situations in your life where consciousness is directly influencing your DNA. When you are hungry, when you are angry, when you are lusty, when you are about to fall sleepy, too tired, just want to get lost, withdraw. These 4 situations, your consciousness directly influences the DNA. The door between the consciousness and DNA is open. During these 4 situations, if you use these 4 situations, you can detox, remove all the unconscious ideas, words you stored inside you, and you can pull them out. Add Mahavagya. Powerful sounds, Mahavagya, inside you. Listen carefully. Listen carefully. I'll repeat. Your DNA strands are connected through water, hydrophobic material. DNA strands and the consciousness is connected through sound. Sounds with which they are connected matters. The good news is you can reprogram, replace the old sounds through which your consciousness and DNA strands are tied together, connected together. The great news is you can use these 4 opportunities to do it easily. I'll give you the precise conclusion. Whenever you feel hungry, angry, lusty, sleepy, intensely reverberate your whole being with Mahavagya. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. with the decision, let my being, let my consciousness manifest itself through my DNA using this Mahavagya as connection point. Let Mahavagya be the connective point. I tell you, immediately you will experience Kailasa. This Mahavagya is directly from Kailasa. Anyone who decides to use Mahavagya to connect your consciousness and DNA will have the ultimate superconscious mutation. You will manifest health, you will manifest wealth, you will manifest beautiful relationships, you will manifest blissful life, you will manifest knowledge, you will manifest Paramashiva Jnana, the ultimate powerful cognitions, and Paramashiva Vijnana, ultimate applied science of Paramashiva, and all the powers naturally. Understand? This is the most powerful sacred secret I have ever revealed to the world. Listen to this carefully. When you are hungry, angry, lusty, sleepy, use those moments. They are the best time of your life. Vibrate yourself with Mahavagya. Reverberate yourself with Mahavagya. All the old dirty patterns, words with which you tied your consciousness and DNA unconsciously, abusively, all that will be released. You will be detoxed. Now, the superconscious Mahavagya will just connect your consciousness and the DNA through Mahavagya, and Mahavagya will manifest in your life as powers, as a health, wealth, bliss, knowledge, Paramashiva Jnana and Paramashiva Vijnana, whatever you want. Listen. I tell you, this whole last year, when my body was in Samadhi, absorbed in Samadhi at various times, when my system was absorbed into that Samadhi, whatever has happened, I am revealing step by step by step to the world. Understand? Just to reveal this, Paramashiva has given me safe haven, safe place, and all the things needed, and I am going on revealing. When you are hungry, see how the consciousness is reacting over the DNA. When you are angry, see how the consciousness is reacting over your DNA. When you are lusty, see how consciousness is reacting over your DNA. When you are sleepy, see how consciousness is reacting over DNA. Use all these four situations and vibrate with intense Mahavagya. You will have ultimate superconscious mutation. Understand? The highest power manifestation science is this. when you are hungry, angry, lusty, sleepy. Vibrate your system intensely with Mahavagya. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Listen carefully. Essence of today's satsang is this. When you are hungry, angry, lusty, sleepy, vibrate yourself with Mahavagya. Listen carefully. Through sound, your consciousness and DNA is tied together. Wrong toxic patterns, toxic ideas, life negative ideas, when they enter into your DNA, when they become the connecting force between your consciousness and DNA, you will suffer in life in multiple ways. If the right sound is the connecting force between consciousness and DNA, the superconscious mutation happens, you just manifest Paramashiva. I tell you, Swalpamapyasya dharmasya drayate mahato bhayat. Even if you practice very little, huge problems will be destroyed. This method, this science, again, I am repeating Bhagavad Gita, Swalpamapyasya dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat. Even if you practice for a few days, whatever you gain will come with you forever, any number of births you take. Understand? Your life is all about what kind of a connection your consciousness and DNA has. That's all. Chit Jata Kranti. Chit means consciousness. Jata means DNA. DNA is the closest matter which can have connection with consciousness. Chit Jata Granthi. The knot between the Chit and Jata. What is the material with which that knot is made? That sound. Sound is the material with which that knot is made. What kind of a sound made that knot? Listen, I am repeating. If Mahavagya is the sound with which Chit and Jata is connected, you will have ultimate superconscious mutation. Ultimate superconscious mutation. Now sit with the decision to make Mahavagya as the connection between your consciousness and your DNA. Let Mahavagya become the connecting point. Let's start. Sit straight and vibrate yourself with the Mahavagya. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham. Om ॐ नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम् ॐ नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम् ॐ नित्यानन्द ॐ नित्यानन्द ॐ नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम् 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 ॐ नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम्
ॐ नित्यानन्द Paramashivoham. Now start the power manifestation. I myself will manifest in all of you. Paramashiva will manifest all the Parashakti. Paramashiva will manifest Parashakti. I bless you all. Let's all radiate with integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching, causing, living Shuddhatvaita Saivam, Paramashivoham, the eternal bliss, Nithyananda. Thank you. Be blissful.
आनन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वदी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि.
Nithyanandam, we welcome all of you to another exciting episode on Nithyananda TV. I am Sri Nithya Brahma Sukhananda Maharaj, and we have with us Sri Nithya Rajananda Maharaj. Nithyananda Maharaj. And we are again here to talk today, another step, another level of discussion, another exciting topic for our viewers. Bringing you every day different topics, different themes which are related to whatever is happening in the world, or maybe even some spiritual aspect, When we are celebrating festivals, we are bringing to you festivals, talking about that. So today, we have decided to bring to you a very exciting, very juicy topic, which is one of the most important aspect of the Hindu lifestyle, right? A very important part, a very significant part of the whole ecosystem, the Hindu ecosystem, which has been there for tens of thousands of years. And that theme, the theme which we are going to discuss today is yatras, pilgrimages, right? What they constitute, and for how long have they been happening, and what is their significance, right? So let's start with some basic facts about the yatras and the pilgrimages. Maharaj, you want to start?
Actually, it comes down to where you decide to go for your entertainment, where you decide to go for your vacation. Even the definitions of what is a vacation in Hinduism and what is a vacation to a Western person, they are also come into question here. That is also something that we will discuss today. But specifically, yatras are spiritual vacations where you go on a spiritual pilgrimage to go see a deity in a temple. And some of these yatras are, many of them, including examples of the Shardam Yatra, or the Yatra that is there, Amarnath, Vishnu. These are some of the popular yatras that many Hindus participate in. And it is just a word of mouth. There's no publicity. Actually, the Kumbh Mela is actually the biggest yatra or the biggest journey, spiritual journey that we take, just because it attracts the most number of humans in the country. They have the world record of having the most number of humans gathered for a single event. And the recent 2019 Kumbh Mela, 150 million people gathered. That is a huge crowd compared to the previous MahaParamashiva, which had about 100 million. So it increased by 50 million. As the Supreme Court of Hinduism is saying, you see, I guess, the streets of India, but everyone is doing pilgrimages and everyone is doing some yatra or some austerity or the other. Hinduism is still there. Our founding fathers will be disappointed. They will be able to see that Hinduism still is there and it doesn't need any reminder of you. You just know. The Panchang says today is Shahi Snan, and then everyone, millions and millions of people will come and gather for Shahi Snan. That is the main event of the Kumbh Mela actually. And this is actually in 2007 when the Kumbh Mela happened from there. The same thing the Supreme Court said that there is no notice in just no time. It's not even organized by the government, but they have to be involved for the whole. I said the arrangements of the area they do involve, but it just happens on its own. It's been given the whole religion just to come together and celebrate times and celebrate. So it's just by nature that people just have the tendency to stars are in this part of the river, the moon is in this part of the sky, and the sun is in this position in the sky. We have to be celebrating. We have to be doing something. We have to be continuously engaging in some celebration. And the yatras is an excellent example of how actually all of the whole mixing of populations. There's even a conversation going on about the differences being made based on someone's caste or someone's part of the society. But this is that looks like if you see the situation in the yatra, none of that matters. You will be next to someone who's you'll be going around. Everybody's there to experience Paramashiva, no matter what caste, no matter what part of the society you're from, where you're from. Everyone there in Kumbh Mela, in Yatra, it just debunks the whole concept that the whole society is there. It's kind of false narrative, Maharaj. You can explain a little more of this topic about how the false narratives have done so much damage.
Exactly. Not just about false narrative, we can come to that later. Just by just remembering, when you are speaking about yatras, it just takes you back to my own memories, my own childhood. Whole childhood is filled with these vacations, right? For us Hindus, we don't really are not brought up with going to theme parks every weekend and this and that. That's more of a Western concept. For us, going even for a vacation, even for a weekend picnic was the biggest temple in the town, right? And the month and the end of the month, some big holiday or something, we would go to in our state. There's a big this thing. a big temple, big shrine or something, we would go to that. Like Vaishno Devi could be Amarnath or any place. And let's say for year round, at the end of the year, it could be something even more bigger, even more far away, something much more significant, like Kumbh Mela, like this thing, going to Ujjain, going to Kashi, right? So these are all these things literally are the part of the part of the human identity. And when we're talking that we don't even need much of sophisticated arrangements and this whatever is there, minimum has to be done, but it comes naturally. And that I would like to add that even that coming that naturally happens because we are programmed for generations and generations to make it as a part of our day-to-day routine, day-to-day lifestyle. And this was programmed in us by rishis themselves, by enlightened incarnations themselves to keep the whole ecosystem alive. Right? So the whole ecosystem is kept alive with this intermingling of different people from different walks of life, different places. They may have their own unique tastes, their own languages. But when it comes to these pilgrimages and yatras, everyone comes together. Right? In Vaishno Devi, for example, we see people coming from completely different parts of the country, south, north, east, west, but coming there and chanting the same slogans, singing the same glory of the Devi. Right? So all these things are made very intelligently a part of this ecosystem, of Hindu ecosystem, to keep the entire enlightenment science alive, to make it a part of our whole narrative. And that's exactly what brings us back to the whole topic of narratives, right? All the false narratives can be simply debunked if we just go to the root of the Hindu lifestyle. Just that lifestyle itself will sing the glory of Hinduism and tell the life narrative. If we just understand the significance of these small details of yatras, of going to the temples, of doing rituals in the morning, what do we do, why do we do something. If we just understand these simple things about Hinduism, this in itself is enough to debunk almost most of the wrong narrative, false narrative given about Hinduism.
Just have to open our eyes and see Hinduism as it is, and just go and see where the people are at, where the people are. See, there is a in the Shabarimala Yatra, which is 21-day austerity that is done to Ayyappa Swami from Dharmashastra. For him, millions and millions of people gather every year. And the statistics show that in the year 2010, 25 million people decided to do this. What is 25 million population displacing themselves and moving into Shabarimala through the doors and seeing the Ayyappa Swami having his darshan? Such a powerful movement it has to be. And then, but that is 2010. 10 years later, in 2019, it has doubled. 50 million people is the statistic on how many people.
The interesting thing is the recent controversies in so-called attacks, actually attacks happened on the Sabarimala temple, the ecosystem itself, all kinds of false narratives, again the same thing.
By the Hindu means.
Exactly, by the Hindu media portion. But what we see here is actually don't even don't really care about it.
Yeah.
They actually doubled their own.
It gave more publicity. Actually, they probably notice out there that you have to go to this yatra when you start. But the information that Sabarimala is the temple that people can go and have darshan of Ayyappa, that information itself probably spread because of this attempt to destroy.
It's a temple in South. I'm sure after this whole thing you take it from North.
Yeah, that's probably exactly right. If we see Ayyappa Swami, then we must go and see and probably more all over the world came to have darshan, and that is fact. And how you can see that in just 10 years, the number of people going through the doors of Sabarimala. So it's just that the yatras are just proof that Hinduism is still there. It is so vibrant and it is being celebrated.
And more importantly, people are curious. People actually want to know, people want to celebrate. The younger generation have seen, they are more curious. They actually want all these answers. Why is this? Why that? Why do we go to temples? Why do we talk? Why so many deities? Why so many gods? They actually want authentic answers. But unfortunately, they don't really feel satisfied with how the answers are presented, or to the volume, to the extent they are presented, or logically convincing them, articulating the problem. I think that's exactly where the Supreme Concept of Hinduism has filled that gap of really giving all the answers which are out there. especially for the younger generation, whatever they are convinced about, giving all the answers, logically explaining them with pramanas from Shastras, pramanas from all the Rishis and incarnation, and his own personal experience, and with the experience of all the disciples, all the people, right? All these 4 levels of pramanas, giving them, articulating in the proper way, exactly the way into speaking, so they're listening. It really helps a lot. Really helps a lot. It really fills the gap. We see the people, because they don't know enough about music, all these things that we're talking about, yatras, why do we even do pilgrimage? So why is going to one of these pilgrimage sites, let's say for example, much more beneficial, much more, 1,000 times more beneficial than going to a theme park or any other place, or even a shopping mall, or even unfortunately now pubs and clubs and all, like, why is this much more important and scientifically, statistically more beneficial? It has greater utility value. If we can just communicate it, and that is exactly what the Supreme Court of India is doing. And that's what convinces people. And we see whenever this convincing is happening, people are simply flocking. Like the Sabarimala example, right? So much information got spread because of that. Both positive, negative debates started happening. People started Googling, people started searching, became more curious, and now we see the results. Yes. So it's a positive thing that I see. Now more and more we take this information, knowledge to the people, which is Supreme Court of India has already doing. Naturally, people will get more and more aligned with their own history, real history.
And the whole yatra, the whole purpose of it will be enhanced to be more the purpose of why these yatras are made. The yatras are described in the Agamas to do these kind of austerities, do these kind of pilgrimages, finally have darshan, because it's actually the whole walking and spending time with nature, and then finally going and seeing the nature, the temple, it does it's one process of fear, it's one process of the nature just listens to you. It takes care of you. Within maybe 1 or 2 days, you may have a little struggle walking or struggle doing, but within 1 or 2 days, you just fall into the food of nature. More of that. What happens in the MahaParamashivoham is the first deep listening happens, and that's exactly what happens in the first few days of the yatra. A deep silence is experienced whenever you experience the serenity of nature. A deep silence experience is that you have such a space of listening to nature, and that listening makes you more eligible, more receptive to the space of the Guru. When you come in front of the deity, or you come in front of the Guru, have that fellowship, you have initiation, then that is actually what that is how the whole yatra. If anybody wants to know more information about MahaParamashiva, it itself is a little spiritual journey. Yatra is
Yatra within.
Yes, it's a yatra within you, and you will want to find out more about it. But immediately you can take this opportunity to scan the QR code that is there projected at the bottom of your screen, to sign up your intention for the MahaParamashivoham program and learn and enjoy how you just explained how it's just literally a way to find listening to yourself and find the same serenity that you find in nature. And I just wanted to share one personal experience. Just like when you were telling about your experience.
I was exactly what was.
It's the same experience.
You were born and brought up outside.
Yes,
right.
That's it.
So what was your experience?
See, the thing is that wherever Hindus are, we have a tendency to look out for the sacred, look out for something that is sacred. That is still our vacation, no matter where we are, which part of the world. Hey, the Buddhists say that this is a sacred mountain, we must go there. Oh, the natives of this land say that this is a sacred tree, we must go there. So in the same way, when I was in the United States and growing up there, my family had the same kind of interest in there. We got along with so many friends who had the same kind of interest to find sacred spots, go and have the real vacation according to Hinduism. Like a break from your day-to-day struggle or stress. And then the way they took me and we went to beautiful places like the natives out in America. They have sacred places, they have trees that they worship, they have mountains and hills like Hinduism, Mount worship Arunachal. They also have sacred sites, hills and all these places. And we were surprised to see so many Hindus have the same kind of interest. Whenever we would go and see these places. We thought we were the ones journey, see beautiful sceneries and sacred sites. But many of the people are, especially, like just gathering there because it's like some kind of they are actually some sacredness in that. It's not like sacredness is only there in Bharata is extremely concentrated. It's punya, but it is all over there, all over. As the Superconscious is blessed in the state of California is place where Kapila lived and Kapila are the forest of Kapila. Sacred sites are there all over the world, and all the indigenous culture sacred in this world. This being in then it's the same way how anybody approaches a deity, talks with the deity, has an experience with the deity, talks with them, and surely see that the deity's influence in their life is real, that their deity becomes more and more real. In that same way, a person who may have gone to a sacred spot might find that every time they visit that spot and come back, they have some kind of rejuvenation, some kind of clarity, some kind of good thing that happens to them in life. And this recurring of life, go there again, that gave me so much clarity, I need to go back, that gave me so much peace of mind, that gives me such a relief. Every time it's not the same experience. Every time it's something different. And that's literally the same experience anybody has whenever they do MahaParamashivoham program. Whatever they do this year or the next time, doing it again and again, it's never the same thing. It's always the next level. It's another view. It's never the same. It's never the same. Every time the Supreme Master of Buddhism is literally existence itself, Paramashiva himself coming out and what is the message from Paramashiva tomorrow. And that is what happens in Paramashiva. So it's always a refreshing experience. Every time you go to a yatra, you go to a day, in the same way the MahaParamashiva experience is the same. No matter if you touch had initiation from the Supreme Master of Buddhism, it is also a good time to understand that it is time maybe again to come and have initiation. It is not the same initiation ever. It is always the next level. As you said, it is an upgrade.
Actually, the same because the whole purpose of eating, when we talk about the whole purpose, the whole context is will really be brought alive in the presence of incarnation, yes, right? And when you see, from even my personal experience, when you even after my MahaParamashivoham program, if you go to some yatra or even some temple, it will be completely different experience. It will not be the same. The way you connect with the deity and the way deity responds to you, everything will be completely different because now you're literally the air in a way of the Supreme Consciousness of Paramashiva himself, right? So you're holding that card, the wild card now. You'll go anywhere. You'll see that energy, you will feel that energy, and you will see and witness those deities or the energy of that place, whatever sacred place you go, responding to you. Because now it will literally, as we said, it will be an upgrade for your consciousness itself. Now, what he has done after the MahaParamashivoham program, what he really does, the Supreme Consciousness, what he really does is he awakens your the inner consciousness, Pratyekatma Chaitanya Jagrita. That's what he calls it as given in the Vedas and Agama. The individual consciousness awakening, he triggers it, he fires it, he ignites it. And after that, your life is completely new. Actually, that's only when we are actually born. That's only when we get a new life. So that is exactly the experience what you will get in the MahaParamashivoham program. And if you are really excited for joining the MahaParamashivoham program, we request you to scan the QR code, which is projected now at the bottom of the screen, and you can fill the intention form, and our team will reach out to you shortly. And it's ultimately the Supreme Point of Hinduism who will be causing and who will be making sure you are actually there to receive the initiation. And he is deeply interested and wants the breakthrough to happen for all the beings. It's just testing for you whether you are saying yes and whether you are integrated to it or not. That's why he's asking for your intention. Right? Because you ultimately, it's because of you, you have to say that yes to him, and you have to prove that yes, you really, really want it. And he's just waiting to shower and all the things, the best things for you, because he is here for you. So for that, just scan the QR code and just enjoy his and the whole ecosystem, what the gifts of being that is bringing. Same ecosystem as we see are being kept alive by yatra, by the ritual, by temple ecosystem, especially by the enlightened master. The enlightened master, the Hindu gurus who have kept these ecosystems. So the Hindu gurus who have kept even these sacred sites alive, protected them, right? for the people, because they understand the importance. For years and years, for generations, they know how it actually is valuable. Even we have statistics of some of the biggest congregations that happen, the yatras that happen. You want to share some of these statistics?
Yes, sir.
Very interesting statistics we have.
I was mentioning the largest gathering of humans. Every 12 years, the MahaParamashiva happens in Allahabad, Prayagraj, and there 150 million people had gathered in 2019. Then, of course, as I mentioned, the Shabrimala Yatra come and visit the shrine of Bhagyappa Swami, and then Vaishno Devi, 8 million people visit Vaishno Devi, and then 2 million people go to the Pushkar Yatra, that is Pushkar Day in Rajasthan. Chardham Yatra is a beautiful trip, actually. Many of us have spent time in have gone to Chardham. The Chardham Yatra is Gangotri, Badrinath, Kedarnath. And imagine the space of Paramashiva, but it is actually, you have Paramashiva physically there with you, and then you have literally Paramashiva there in the mountains. Ganga is there flowing, and it's just we always tell that it's having the Kshetra, the Ishvara, and the whole initiation, the initiations are happening at the time. And when you were mentioning, Maharaj, that when you had gone to temples after experiencing the initiation, how it's a new experiences, because in the Paramashivoham program, what happens is he, in the process of us renouncing our tendencies of incompletions and patterns, and really detoxifying all of these effect of us. As that happens, immediately in the space of we have really raised our consciousness, we really changing and there in that space, he initiates us and gives us all the powers. And when you go to the temple after that, it is like you are where you will find it like it's your home.
Yeah, exactly. You start resonating with that person. I really belong here.
Yeah, you feel like this is home because the space and the energy of the temple match the space and the energy inside the initiation, inside MahaParamashiva.
The total frequency changes.
Because of that match happening, that is why people feel that there is something. The temple is a huge new experience because temple's energy is there. It's at the level of MahaKailas and higher local. And when you are taking it, experiencing it, just your consciousness is touched to that highest pleasure in life. All the smallest vacationing for escaping from life, or vacationing for a getaway to some place, or vacationing, all these kind of things become mundane, become not the pleasures you see. The Paramashiva Mahaprabhu experience will give you a rejuvenation of what is the higher taste in life, what is the real taste, or what is the real kind of food, what is the real kind of luxury in life, where to go, what to have it, right food, right energy. Yeah, no matter where you are, it is just that luxury is just you're in a higher space, and you just bring that space to you wherever you go. That is exactly what happens. So many other yatras are there, Maharaj. The Amarnath Yatra, 600,000 people go a year, and the Rath Yatra of Jagannath, that also is there. 1 million people gather and participate. And this is so regular. This is just a few. I mean, I think there are hundreds of, thousands of yatras a year. Because continuously, if you see, even when we were there in Shamala Pita, people who come, there are buses and buses of people who are coming from Rajasthan, coming from different. It is really a mixing of the population, a mixing of the whole country. It is just odd and very awkward to cognize that we are divided, and then there's language division, and there's some kind of class division. All these kind of things is just it's false. Literally, the country is there's so much of mixing is happening that this is just not true at all.
Yeah, exactly. Even we go back and study the Hindu history, what happened in Bharat, right? People were not really concerned too much about their religions, their identities. No, they were more concerned about the higher tools and where should they go to develop those spaces. Which university is best, better for them, which ecosystem is better. So from all the way from north, people will travel to the south. All the other way around, right? Just for seeking, because seeking is really the main thing which is celebrated in India, right?
And even I think it is even considered the history. You have to look at the real history. People from all over the world came to this this Upanishad of the Master, people from all over the world came to sit at the feet of Paramashiva. People from all over the world came to sit at the feet of the gurus and the kings, the saintly kings of the kings. They want to learn how they are able to run such a wonderful project, how they are able to run such a beautiful civilization. And it is literally, I think, the birth of even civilization itself started from
it is the mother of all civilization, all the religion holds that base. Reverence itself, it's such a powerful ecosystem. Those people, the founding father, the rishis, and all the incarnations, they're such evolved beings. And when we measure them with our limited yardsticks, okay, just from this region or that region, it's really not fair to them. And because it dilutes the whole importance and significance of the ecosystem, which is actually very important. It is the biggest wealth of planet Earth. Just to keep the ecosystem alive or enriching the entire humanity, all things.
I feel like the very matured way to having the conversation when it comes to having like this kind of questions come. Think about it, a person speaks this language, they behave like this, that is the immature conversation. Just to say these are all false narratives. Let's listen to the higher and the true narrative that we are all having. The whole religion, the whole Hinduism is creating the ecosystem for us to experience the higher. Let's have that mature conversation. Let's characterize all of these are just false narratives. These narratives we just don't want to have to deal with. And unfortunately, there's so many people and forces out there that just put those narratives back on us and impose those are these are you know, this is your reality. No, you're a society. No, you're a society that's continuously continuously relating yourself to the pieces. No, we are not. We are continuously meeting each other, mixing each other, and learning so much from each other. When you're talking about going as a child, going, I would think like I remember that if you had somebody Rama, for example, Rama, then the father is a devotee of Rama. Then in his life, he would like to spend everywhere where Rama. I want to go to Rama had the experience of I want to go to Rama made the shit. I want to go to Ayodhya where Rama was.
That's exactly how it was. Wherever we used to go, we used to just, every time there is a connection from the Purana. Hey, this is where the Pandavas came and did something. This is where the Rama did something. This is where Krishna came and did something. Everywhere, it is the whole yatras, the whole pilgrimages is the whole Hindu identity in us. Whole Hindu history is bolted into our muscle memory. Yes, biomemory in these yatras. Just the remembrance of each of these places is hold the actual, even the footprints of all these incarnations. Yes, it's not a small thing. Their energy signatures are there. Every time you go to the Vaishnav, every time you go to Paramashiva and Pashiva, his energy signature is there. And that experience is something that we may not intellectually understand it, but as you said, it is in our DNA itself. Our body is listening more than what we think our minds listen. And it is just in our bodies that biomemory and muscle memory to just catch on. That's just by nature. And if you just pull out of a situation and you just come to another country, and by nature you just attract yourself and attract the people who want to also be longer and want to see these kind of spiritual things. It's just a beautiful, and this is the way that we can use it, creating more and more the possibilities of the ecosystem all over the world. By accident, that's so important. Programmatically, even in Bharat, they don't really bother too much devotees by my religion. They see the sacredness in other religious sites as well, and they go, they visit the saints and all these people, see all around it. Yes, same with the same enthusiasm, same sacredness, same devotion. They go and even attend and go to many famous Sufi saints. That is the level. That is the kind of ecosystem we talk. That is the maturity, evolution, including the reproduction. That is really the wealth that we have to preserve. We have to revive. That is the supreme point of Hinduism. So reviving this powerful ecosystem, which takes us to a completely new level of evolution, new level of maturity. And in MahaParamashivoham program, this is exactly what he is giving us in the form of an initiation. This whole shift, the conscious shift of understanding, of seeing the reality in a completely different way. Actually, the reality as it is, we are now seeing it through our prism, our incompletions, to our delusion. But when we see the reality as it is, then we will just naturally manifest the enlightenment ecosystem around us. And that's exactly what the Supreme Consciousness is giving in the MahaParamashiva program. And also, when we are talking about the false narratives, and we should understand and we should counter it, right? Right understandings. I would say one way to intellectually do it. Another way is to actually bolster and revive these yatras and other things which are a part of our lifestyle with even more vigor, even more energy. Go to the yatras double the times which we are going even now, because they have the power to revive the ecosystem just by the act itself.
Yes, actually, this is something that the Supreme Court of Hinduism has put in place in all of the Kailasas all over the world.
Yes.
When it comes to best example, where they in Arunachal Jyoti on top of the Arunachala mountain, when they do that, the Supreme Court of Hinduism had that same. It was reviving Hinduism to the level wherever our Kailasas are. Go to the nearest mountain, that is your Arunachala. Go there and like the land. And all of us did that yatra. We all went, whether we were in Kailasa in Seattle or Kailasa in Los Angeles or San Jose or wherever we went, all the Kailasas. They went to the nearest mountain, went on top, and with all the safety guidelines, with all the permissions, we lit the fires there. And literally did the yatra. Literally, this is how we did the whole, just remembering. And just remembering, this is actually how the Supreme Court is really bringing that whole spirit of just sacredness and everything to every Kailasa that is out there. That possibility.
Really replicating that ecosystem, the inform in the matter as well.
It's like Arunachala that he lived with. It's literally any mountain, he sees that mountain. And he's giving that same possibility for anybody and everybody through the Kailasa everywhere. And when we come to the MahaParamashivoham program, we just get excited about what are all the activities going on in Kailasa. We just want to become a part of this whole revival. And the MahaParamashivoham is the summit for creating future global Hindus. Really, how to empower ourselves. And if you see, feel the words that the Supreme Court himself gives about what is a real vacation. Actually, it tells why vacations are not the real vacation. Because when you're in the vacation, you go for a weekend or you go for a 3-day vacation. You go there, but you're thinking about what? You're stressed about how this vacation will not last anymore. And that haunts you.
When we are in the office, we think about vacation above the beach. When we are at the beach, we think about the office.
Correct. And that's not a vacation. That is a temporary displacement of the body, physical body. You're not in an inner space that is giving you ultimate bliss. You're not in a space of healing. And that is why the MahaParamashivoham becomes when you give that time and space for yourself. Even why you don't even recognize being in the moment, in the space of completion, and are not even able to do that. Why are these fundamental questions about why we are not able to have this vacation that we really want? The real way to decide to do that is to take the decision to take this spiritual journey in the MahaParamashivoham program. So again, anybody who's interested, you can scan the QR code, sign your intention, and give us any comments, any questions that you have about the program, anything that you want to know more about yatras or anything you wanted to share with us. We encourage all of you to share your comments in the comment section and let us know what your feelings are. And let's have a conversation going back and forth upcoming events.
You can tell us about the yatra, what is your personal experience in the comments, and we would love to hear from you. And even this understanding of how going to pilgrimages and going to temples or very sacred sites, how it has emboldened with this Hindu identity. And the Hindu experience, it's not just the identity. The Hindu identity is being an experiential identity. It's not just a mind-based identity where you just attach yourself to this belief system or that belief system just because your forefathers were believing. No, it's an experiential. It's based out of consciousness and manifesting the superconscious powers, realizing what the reality itself is. That is what the Hindu identity is. And that is what going to yatra, going to temples, everything, this whole experience. Fundamentally, because of the power of Guru's initiation, this whole thing just becomes alive for you. This whole thing that's what is encapsulated by the Hindu identity. And whatever experiences you have had, or you want to know anything else about MahaParamashivoham program, please be free to ask in the comment section. We would love to reply and respond to your points.
And I think one of the questions that people may ask also after coming to the MahaParamashivoham program, Do I have to discontinue any of my other practices of like this is the places where I go and this is the yatra that I do, this is the temples I visit. I have these religious things. It is not about nothing to do with stopping any of those. Particular Hinduism is always for Hinduism. Continuously, if you are a person who goes to temples, you're a person who goes on these yatras, it's just that his presence and his happening in your life will just enhance the experience of going to these places, and you will be able to literally organize this at a whole new level. And for example, if you are a person who worships Krishna or a person who worships Sriman Narayana, your experience, your connection with him deepens because of the Guru's initiation. The Guru is literally a manifestation of all the bhakti that you had in your life for Krishna or for Narayana. Because it literally it is just consciousness manifested without you. It is literally you feel in the darshan, in the power darshan, in the power of the program, that your Krishna, that you always grew up from a small kid, always wanted to go and see him in the temple, always saw that he was there for you, taking care of you. You literally see that power happening in the spirit, and you experience the highest power, experiencing him in all dimensions.
Ultimately, what is the basic whole point of reading the Hindu scriptures, going for yatras, or any other practice? Ultimately, they all are meant to take you to the feet of ultimately worshipping the deities. The best thing, let's say you are a devotee of Krishna, right? The best thing, the best gift Krishna, when he's really, really pleased from you, the best gift he can give you is coming in the form of a tree. Taking you.
Yes.
Right. That's exactly that's the importance of Guru. And when the Guru happens, when he initiates you and you surrender to him, and does that mean you will stop worshipping Krishna? You will stop going to yatras? No. You will enjoy that even more with a completely new life, new content, because now you're literally radiating your Guru space when you attend the MahaParamashivoham program and you're initiated. After that, when you go back, you will be completely new person. People will see, people will notice this, that you are completely changed, and every single situation you're responding to a completely different space altogether. Powerfulness, completion, radiation, and complete peace and everything, all the qualities that you can even think of, you start radiating, manifesting. And when you go to temples, when you go to yatra, when you again go and attend to Krishna, you will see, it will be a completely new kind of connection with even Krishna.
I think what happens is, yes, you will respond to it. But more than that, you will feel more responsible.
That is it.
Definitely. What the MahaParamashivoham program also will do, to give you the utter reality that is there. How all these false narratives are literally reducing the size of Hindus. You will see that the Krishna that you have grown up with, how you can contribute more to that Krishna, how you can protect that area of Krishna for yourself, for your family, and for your community, how you can make sure that that same experience that you had with Krishna, who led you to the Guru, how that is also important that you should also have. That people around you should have. People who are your bigger family should have. All the people in your community should have. And you will be literally able and capable of literally bringing that space of Akayasa that you experience in the publishing program to wherever you are, wherever you live. And you literally feel, oh my God, this whole tradition is sacred. This whole tradition, I have to own, I have to literally take responsibility for it. And you will feel empowered. It comes with tremendous amount of energy, especially after the MahaParamashivoham program. You'll get just a tremendous amount of energy to be able to take responsibility for Hinduism as a whole.
Exactly. Because only with Guru's initiation, we even realize the real value of all these things, all these practices, all the devotion that we have been doing. And once we realize the value, it naturally makes us more responsible and even protecting the ecosystem. That what I can do from my side, protect this ecosystem for others, for in the future generation, right? To keep this whole parampara, like what is my role? You start thinking in that terms, and as a responsible leader, that is what the MahaParamashivoham program does. That is what it manifests in your life, giving you the leadership consciousness, not just in your own life, not just making you the boss of your own life, but making you as a leader, as a responsible leader who can take responsibility for the entire cosmos itself, right? That level of empowerment, that level of responsibility, that level of intelligence is given to you in the MahaParamashivoham program. And for all of you who are willing to take this jump and experience the happening of the incarnation, the living manifestation of Paramashiva, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashiva, in your own life, please don't even waste a minute. Just scan the QR code, fill the intention form, and you will see him rushing towards you and blessing you with his presence in your life.
Yes, Maharaj. And in this beautiful discussion we've been having, talking about yanatas, and because one major difference to understand how you take a vacation moving forward, you'll find that you're not taking a vacation from something, you're taking a vacation for something. That is what Mahabharata. You're taking a vacation for yourself, before your inner finding out the true consciousness that is there inside you, and harnessing it and seeing how the Guru's presence really enhances that and makes all the wishes, all the desires that you ever wanted to happen effortlessly, just like that. And then you will have a possibility of a higher reality that you did not even know, because the space and the pace at which life happens after making Swami, after making, it's just like lifetimes move. A period of months become like a period of lifetime. Literally, patterns will come up, get this recycle, and they come back in a way that you just feel like, before I used to have so much problem with this, but now I can just have manifest this technique or manifest this power. This becomes absolutely redundant for me. And this is the power. I mean, of course, handling that is just one of the small things, but being able to take responsibility for that same experience and that same powerfulness that you got for everyone around you and for everyone that you meet, that is the possibility of the leadership that we will be able to gain by attending the MahaParamashiva program.
Even not just the individual responsibility, the collective integrity, collective responsibility, which is at the core of keeping any ecosystem alive, not just Hindu ecosystem, but any ecosystem can be kept alive only with the collective responsibility. When all the people come together, realize their own individual integrity and how everything that fits into the collective integrity of the ecosystem. That is one of the most significant contributions of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Mr. Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashiva. He invokes that collective integrity, the consciousness in the collective integrity and collective responsibility, how to include everyone in the decision-making process and for the higher purpose, for the ultimate aim, for the good of the entire society, and how to include everyone into it, and how to make everyone a part of this whole ecosystem turning into an organism, right? Not just people, just different individuals coming together in a mechanical way, how the whole ecosystem starts functioning as a single organism. It is one intelligence. Even in their unique ways, protected, but at the same time coming together and operating as a single organism. How this ecosystem is kept alive, this whole intelligence, this whole the way to operate, and what you should do, what we should not do. This whole intelligence gets awakened in you with the MahaParamashivoham program. So again, we just say the same thing. Just say one guess. Take one jump, scan the QR code, and you will see all of these, the best gifts that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is bringing and wants to initiate you into, and to make you manifest the best things in life, to make you manifest the reality that you want, and even more, the best thing that you may even not know that this is best for you, right? Most of us, what do we even know about enlightenment? He is the one who is bringing us and taking us to level by level by level, to realizing what the true reality is, what the true powerfulness, what all our potential is, the real potential that we all carry, that we don't even know. We're just stuck with the powerlessness. He makes us realize our true potential, our possibilities, our powers, and ultimately giving us the enlightenment experience itself about the Paramadvaita experience, the experience of Paramashivoham itself. All of these are encapsulated in this one powerful program of MahaParamashivoham, and which he personally attended.
If you want to know more about MahaParamashivoham, enjoy the SadaShiva Satsangs where he speaks in Tamil. There is so much of playlists and so much of content about MahaParamashivoham, and in the Tamil channel of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, the channel is highlighted Bhagavan Nithyananda. If you go to YouTube and search this channel, you'll be able to find so much of video content on MahaParamashivoham in Tamil. How Swamiji has brought out so much, actually. There is so much recent information on how he has experienced his ecosystem in Arunachala. And so much of information about the program, what happened with the Paramashivoham, what are the recent initiations that are happening inside the MahaParamashivoham program, especially that is a recent program. You can go to the channel Kailai to Bhagavan Nithyananda and learn more about how Swamiji is literally celebrating the MahaParamashivoham program to all of us who speak Tamil.
So, yes, you want to add something more exciting to this stories because I can go on and on. This is such an exciting topic when we talk about this Hindu ecosystem, Hindu lifestyle, all the juicy aspects of it. These yatras, for example, today, and so many other things around, even the music, the dance, each and every part of Hindu lifestyle, Hindu ecosystem. It uses the aspect of life to give it the dimension, the aspect of the spirituality, and taking us to the making it as a tool for us to reach the ultimate and liberate us.
And it's called quantum spirituality. See, the Hindu lifestyle, it is nothing like there is a material life and a spiritual life. The whole division of a week is not yet a week end and a week day. The concept is like this. You have festivals and celebrations that happen in the middle of the weekend or in the middle of weekdays. You have to, and you just have to celebrate. Everyone, today's the day we have to do. Come on, nobody can. We have to take a half a day off. Come on in and come home and celebrate. And of course, everybody's okay with life. Businesses and bosses be okay with it because it helps the economy. If a person goes and is taking a day off, it's not like that guy is going to be non-contributing, going and lying down somewhere in the planet. That guy is going to become more active. He has to go and for his wife, he has to get all the arrangements for the puja that she wants to get organized. And it is just actually the beauty of this and beauty of how I even saw the whole tradition is when I came to the way that we worship the divine feminine. That even it's another topic, but if you want to, we always touch this topic about the divine feminine and how they literally I've been seeing in my life. They literally drove these yatras to happen, and like, hey, we have to go there. Oh, come on, we're planning this sacred site. We have to go visit there. The fathers and the uncles would be like,
the order comes from the family.
They have to arrange their wealth. They bring the I didn't want to do that. Save the money to buy this. No. We have to go spend the money. We're gonna go there and see this beautiful sexy thing. That is literally the center of the whole thing, which the driving force. And when you go to these last, we were talking about seeing all the places that Amma was there. Here, Kuladevam also. Here, Kuladevam who literally lived in your village, or lived in. That is what many people do. Many people who are NRIs, they come to India and they go to the Kuladevam temple, they go do the puja and really want to revitalize who they are, find their roots again. Because they've gone so far, especially when you go to the West and you go so far away from your culture, you feel that you need that sense of belonging. The beautiful thing is that many traditions are keeping these Kuladevam temples alive, and they have a personal obligation to go back to their temple, to go back, fund their temple, to build their temple. There are many responsible people there who are just taking ownership and saying that my Kuladevam is very important. I can keep the name there. And they go visiting to all of the Kuladevam. You have the Kuladev, we scattered all over wherever the deity had lived. This is where the deity was born. This is where Meenakshi was born. This is where Meenakshi was coronated. This is where Meenakshi had got married to Sundareshwara. This is where Meenakshi fought the Digvijayam. All these kind of stories of your Kuladev. You literally cherish these stories, cherish these deities, and go to every site and every place where they live, and literally want to breathe in the same inner space because the garbha or the energy that they installed in these places is literally themselves. And when you go to these places, you're literally breathing the same air that you're going to is breathing.
And you are actually connected because they're connected with your DNA, with your kula, with your family, right? So your DNA is has a least amount of distance, so to speak, with that deity, your personal, the family deity, or the village deity, and even the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. I remember he had even told all the people, his disciples, you should start worshipping your Kula Devata. That is what we make manifest wealth, health, and all the best things in life. He is the one who is bringing people back to their own Devatas, and all these traditions, which were a part of our own lifestyle.
Yes, it's so much of the content of the MahaParamashivoham is finding out like your Gotra, what is the significance of your Gotra, what qualities that are of divine and that are of extreme high intelligence are there from different Gotras, what they can manifest, what they can invite with themselves. Finding out more and more about your own history. Is this really what you're saying? Building history is what we have to do in Kailasa. And literally inside the MahaParamashivoham program, every person's personal Hindu history is looked into and enhanced by the basic systems of the Supreme Court of Hinduism. Literally down to earth, sitting with us, micromanaging every other one of our activities, just so we can build a powerful future for us.
Because his initiation is so powerful, it triggers us at the level of our DNA. And it is our DNA which carries our history.
Yes.
Right? So with his initiation, he's rekindling and reviving the Hindu history. It's not just about books and everything is there, all aspects are there. But ultimately, fundamentally, Hindu history is written in the DNA. The entire history, not just the scripture, they are there, right? In all the people in the family, the Gotras, which were masters of Vedas, Nagamas, of the Shastras, all this knowledge is rooted in their very DNA of the children. His initiation, he has, in his own words, has the power to reawaken that whole knowledge, and the whole download can happen, and he can revive all the Hindu Shastras, the Vedas, all the Agamas from those the DNA of the Hindu children, right? Similarly, the DNA can be not just about the Hindu Shastras, it can be about the temple sciences, it can be about architecture, it can be about anything. You can even the Ayurveda, or Siddha, the medicinal science, the Hindu medicinal science, even that is can be a part of the Hindu muscle memory, the DNA itself. His initiation simply ignites and revives that whole knowledge which is there in the DNA of whatever family or whatever lineage you are part of, and going back to your own lifestyle, family lifestyle, Hindu traditional lifestyle of going back to worshipping your Guru Devata. All these things are part of reawakening that DNA and reawakening the real Hindu history, which has the power and the potential to keep and revive the whole Hindu ecosystem on the planet Earth. It's actually, even while we are talking, it is so deep, the depth at which the Supreme Court of Hinduism is working. Even what can we understand? We are just scratching the surface, right?
And if you just see, we're having the discussions on the strategic national merit and who you're going to put out there and who you're going to decide to look back at your history. Who you decide who you're going to sit with and look back and build your history with. All these are a part of the topic. It's such the process of team when it comes in the MahaParamashiva program, where you create the team is so down to the DNA level, as we're explaining, that you just like, oh, I need this kind of DNA in my life. You'll start seeing people like that. You'll start saying, oh my God, this person is they hail from this school, that means they have such powerfulness in their life. Or they have ferociousness or something they have. That's the kind of DNA. You organize your whole life around literally the blood around and the DNA that is there around you. Because all these notions that blood relatives and only with them, the whole mixing is promoted in Hinduism to be living among people of different kinds of tastes, so that they contribute to your life and we all make a beautiful enlightened civilization together. Like how you're telling, there is the Gotra, there's the Vishwakarma Gotra, who just by having that DNA, just by having that person inside the mix, so much of creativity and so much of ability to for the whole group to manifest a next level of a breakthrough in creating something. Or even it doesn't matter. That person can touch a laptop or that person can touch a stone. It doesn't matter, but with that they'll be able to do something. And that is how Swami is at the DNA level, awakening our abilities and our qualities, and putting literally planning the whole MahaParamashivoham and moving us forward into living with each other in a space of Mahakailasam.
Even coming back to the topic of the yatra, even those are those are ways and tools to awaken this DNA, the Hindu DNA. Naturally, the younger generation who are not really connected to all these things, naturally they ask questions of what is the significance, what is the importance. That is exactly what will happen in MahaParamashiva program. Just with that initiation, you will literally feel the whole power when you go for a yatra. You'll see what it does to you. Nobody has to intellectually make you understand this is the significance. No, you will see it in your own life, experientially. This is what temple does. This is what the yatra does to me, right?
Nostalgia is all small things, right? This is all like you'll have past life come with the depth and the meaning of which things will have an impact. And nostalgia is just a piece of mind when it comes to this kind of thing. You'll have a real connection, again, a deeper connection with your living now. You'll have a deeper connection with your workshop, with your purpose, and that'll just be rejuvenated and rekindled from your DNA level by the grace and the initiative of this. And I think we have said, I invite again and again everyone. So taking this last moment before we end today, again to have everyone please scan the QR code to give your intention to join the MahaParamashivoham program. It is going to start just in a few days, May 15th. So get yourself ready. Get all your tell all your members, give them also
As many people as you can.
Yes, together if you do MahaParamashivoham program, it's always the best thing for yourself and for your family, so that at the level at which you get closer to your group, they'll also have that same opportunity.
Absolutely. So, and also apart from that, all of you who wish to join this whole revival, the grand revival that Supreme Controversial Hinduism is doing, and also taking the benefits from all the services that Kailasa is offering, and at the same time being an active contributor also. Because you're in your opinion, in your votes, all these things are a part of the responsible Hindu democracy, which the Supreme Controversial Hinduism is reviving now. So if you want to be a part of the ecosystem, be on board, we request you to join in, scan the QR code for the e-citizenship of Kailasa. By being an e-citizen of Kailasa, you come really on board on the e-platform, so to speak, the digital Kailasa, digital nation, to not just be a benefactor, but an active contributor to this whole grand revival that the Supreme Court of Hinduism is doing on planet Earth. So for that, please scan the QR code for e-citizenship of Kailasa. And again, we would like to urge you to join the MahaParamashivoham program. For that, please scan the MahaParamashivoham QR code and sign up for the intention of MahaParamashivoham program, which is going to start very soon in a few days from May 15th. So with this exciting discussion today, Maharaj, and thank you so much for this very fruitful and juicy discussion that we had today.
Yes, thank you, Maharaj.
Yes. So with this, we move on to the most awaited, the best segment of this show, which is the Nithyananda Satsang, the discourse, the presidential address from Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Nithyananda Satsang. But before that, let's prepare ourselves to be in the proper, trustful awareness and receptive space to receive the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Paramashiva, Nithyananda Paramashiva, and benefit of his darshan to even and get the best out of this experience. So let's prepare ourselves, keeping our head, neck, and spine in straight line. Our body is completely relaxed. The deep state of restful awareness and devotion, and the feeling of gratitude in our Ananda Gandha, the space between our navel center and the heart center. Visualizing Paramashiva in your third eye with a bright golden light with 25 heads, 50 hands, and 75 eyes. Visualize Paramashiva in your third eye and chant the Mahavakya. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. To prepare for receiving the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Nithyananda Paramashiva. So let's chant the Mahavakya. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
The nature of consciousness. The source of awareness. The relationship between our ego and the world. This has plagued us for generations. We strive to understand why we are the way we are, why our reality is the way it is, why our life is the way it is. But what if the way we see the world as separate from us is just an illusion? What if our consciousness exists before all experience and is not limited to the confines of our body and mind?
Today, what I revealed is practically the whole Hinduism in a nutshell. If you make the column, you will see clearly most of your problems are internal non-understanding. When these internal non-understandings are cleared, life becomes Leela. You just manifest what you want. I'll make this as a realization in you all now through this initiation and darshan of SadaShiva.
The nature of consciousness. The source of awareness. The relationship between our ego and the world. This has plagued us for generations. We strive to understand why we are the way we are, why our reality is the way it is, why our life is the way it is. But what if the way we see the world as separate from us is just an illusion? What if our consciousness exists before all experience and is not limited to the confines of our body and mind?
Today, what I revealed is practically the whole Hinduism in a nutshell. If you make the column, you will see clearly most of your problems are internal non-understanding. When these internal non-understandings are cleared, life becomes Leela. You just manifest what you want. I'll make this as a realization in you all now through this initiation and darshan of SadaShiva. Om Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Samarambam Nithyanandeshwari Paramashiva Shakti Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. I welcome you all with my love and blessing. The first powerful cognition, the truth, I want to give you all. Now, through the initiation I am going to give you all, I awaken the Paramashiva in you, make you all manifest the ultimate life, Paramashiva. As Paramashiva has blessed me, He Himself has manifested in me, I'll make Him manifest in you all now, because He has authorized me to manifest Him in all of you. Listen intensely. I'll give you some of the most guarded secrets of the spiritual world. In the spiritual world, there may be some gurus who experienced ultimate within them, but they will not know how to teach. There are some, even if they know to teach, they do not know how to transmit the experience. There are some who would have had experience, but not the traditional initiation. There are some who would have had experience and initiation, but may not know how to transmit. There are some who would have had initiation and experience and even know how to transmit, but they may not have received initiation, the right to transmit. That's called Acharya Abhishekam. Even if you know the method to transmit to others, you should be ritualistically initiated, authorized by the Guru Parampara through Acharya Abhishekam. Means the right to initiate others should be given to you ritualistically by the right authorities. There are some who may have capacity to transmit the initiation, can in turn initiate others. In every level, He gave me everything just by making one right decision, making this body happen in Tiruvannamalai. That ecosystem gave all the 16 things needed for an ultimate guru. Intellectual knowledge, enlightenment experience, right to transmit the intellectual knowledge, right to transmit the experience, proper initiation into intellectual knowledge, proper initiation into enlightenment experience, proper initiation to initiate others into intellectual knowledge, proper initiation into initiate others into enlightenment, proper initiation to initiate my disciples to authorize them to initiate others into intellectual knowledge, proper capability to initiate my disciples to teach others the intellectual knowledge, rightful initiation to authorize my disciples to empower others with enlightenment experience, proper initiation to initiate my disciples to empower others with enlightenment experience, initiating my disciples into enlightenment and initiating them to transmit enlightenment in every level, totally 16 level. All 16 he showered on me. All 16 he blessed me. So with his grace, compassion, and the authority, this grace, with Paramashiva's grace and Paramashiva's compassion and the authority Paramashiva showered on me directly and through the unbroken Guru Parampara, chain of Guru Parampara, I initiate all of you into Paramashiva Jnana, Paramashiva intellectually, experientially, ritualistically, and giving the Shakti Pada, Shakti Nipada initiation. To understand this initiation, connects you with Paramashiva directly through a proper, unbroken, avichinna, unbroken, authentic Guru Parampara. Avichinna Guru Parampara, which is a fundamental requirement along with enlightenment experience. Please understand, just because of enlightenment experience, somebody is not authorized to initiate. Avichinna Guru Parampara Diksha is required. So this introduction I gave now, listen again and again, then you will understand. I am not disrespecting any enlightened beings, but just enlightenment does not give the right to initiate others. Just enlightenment means they found a boat to cross the ocean of samsara, ocean of delusion, that's all. But they do not have the capacity to take others. They will not know to produce the disciples who can transmit the initiation to others. There are some who knows to produce disciples, but they will not have the authority to initiate the disciples as acharya. In multiple level, there may be some who are intellectually able, have initiation, but not experience. There may be some who are intellectually able to transmit the knowledge, but don't have the right to initiate others from the right proper authority, Guru Parampara. Understand all these nuances. By the great compassion and grace of Paramashiva, he showered all the right and best ultimate things on me. Enlightenment experience and right ritualistic proper initiation from enlightened gurus, ability to teach, and right initiation authorizing me to teach from the Guru Parampara, unbroken Guru Parampara from himself, from Paramashiva himself, and ability to transmit the experience and right authorization and right initiation, authorizing me to transmit the initiation to others from the unbroken chain of Guru Parampara, unbroken succession of Guru Parampara, and ability to make the disciples initiate others, and ritualistic initiation, authorization to initiate my disciples into Acharya Abhishekam by authorizing them to initiate. Understand this multi-level, multi-layer, everything Paramashiva showered on me by choosing the right place, Tiruvannamalai. Just because he chose Arunachala for manifesting as this body, Arunachala gave me experience, intellectual knowledge, right initiations. Listen, there are some gurus who are enlightened, but they did not receive proper ritualistic initiation. So their enlightenment is useful for them, but not for everyone. Not only he gave me the knowledge to teach others, he gave me the authority, authentic initiation from the Guru Parampara to teach to others. Not only he gave me the power to transmit the experience, he gave me the authentic Guru Parampara, Acharya Abhishekam, Nirvana Diksha, the authority to initiate others and authority to transmit this experience to others. Only he gave me the power to initiate my disciples to initiate others. He gave me the authentic, unbroken lineage of Guru Parampara, Diksha, as a Paramacharya to initiate Acharyas Upara. மேன்மைகுள் சைவநீதி விளங்கிட உலகெல்லாம். The great tradition, ultimate tradition of Shaivism, Paramadvaita, to flourish all over the universe. Not only I transmit enlightenment, I give formal initiation also. So now, Mahavagya Upatesam. So sit and listen. Om, Om, Om. Om Shiva, Shiva, Shiva. Om Shivaya Nama. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Hrim Shivaya Nama. Om Ham Haum Shivaya Nama. Om Shivoham. Om Shivoham. Om Shivoham. Om 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 Paramashiva. Om Paramashiva. Om Paramashivaya Namaha. Om Hrim Paramashivaya Namaha. Om Hrim Paramashivaya Namaha. Om Ham Haum Paramashivaya Namaha. Om Paramashivoham. Om Paramashivoham. Om 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 Nithyananda Nithyanandam, Om Nithyanandam, Om Hrim Nithyanandaya Namaha, Om Hrim Nithyanandaya Namaha, Om Nithyanandoham, Om Nithyanandoham, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham, 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om, Om, Om. Om. Now sit. I will make this mantra reverberate in you through the Shakti Pada and Shaktini Pada and awakening your Kundalini Shakti. Om, 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 Om. Even if they have capacity, Shakti wise, some enlightened beings have the energy to lift others, but they do not have the initiation, means authorization from the Avichinna Guru Parampara to do that. Guiding, lifting others. So, you need everything. Knowledge, power, initiation for yourself, and the authorization to initiate others, and authorization to initiate others to initiate others as acharyas. All the 16 level, 16 things needed, Paramashiva showered on me just by making me take birth in Arunachala. Arunachala, all the 16 was available for me. He made it available and showered all the 16 on me. Hope all of you are understanding the subtle differences. Why initiation? Why Swamiji? Why initiation and why from Nithyananda Paramashivam? The question is categorically answered in this one session. All of you celebrate Paramashiva himself is directly showering this on all of you. There are some gurus who are enlightened but not systematically initiated. There are some gurus enlightened, systematically initiated for their enlightenment, but not systematically initiated to initiate others. That is called Acharya Abhishekam. Listen. You are getting initiated to live Paramashiva Twa, the Paramashiva's lifestyle. I always tell, practice in this Kailasa, perform in Mahakailasa. Practice devotion, practice lifestyle of Paramashiva in this Kailasa, perform in Mahakailasa. Initiation into living Paramashivatva is Charya Pada. That initiation is called Sivadiksha, Samayadiksha. Then Initiation into enlightenment is Vishesha Diksha. Initiation into Paramadvaita is Nirvana Diksha. Initiation authorizing you to initiate others is Acharya Abhishekam. Initiation authorizing you to transmit enlightenment to your disciples and in turn authorizing them to initiate others is Paramacharya Abhisheka. Paramashiva showered everything on me: power, capacity and initiation, just by making me born in Tiruvannamalai. In that ecosystem, he brought everything and showered it on me. Lohini is messaging, Swamiji, most of what you are sharing is going over my head, but I fully understand. I am totally blessed to be sitting at your feet. Lohini, you should listen to this session again and again. I'll ask them to replay. If you understand this session, you will be able to answer others' questions. Why, Swamiji? Many people may say, yes, I accept Hinduism is great. I also want to practice Hinduism. But why, Swamiji? Why, Swamiji? That question, why, Swamiji, will be answered with this one session. Especially if you are teaching to others. If you are my sannyasi who is supposed to teach to others, if you are my disciple who is interested in enriching others, causing others, you need to know, understand this whole session. You need to make others understand why, Swamiji. For that, you need this session. There are many gurus who are enlightened, but not authentically received the initiation from Avichinna Guru Parampara. Avichinna Guru Parampara means unbroken successional lineage of Guru Parampara. There are some who even received enlightenment and initiation, but only for them to celebrate it, enjoy it, not authorizing them to initiate others. So the 16 levels: intellectual knowledge, initiation, experience, and ability, authority to initiate others intellectually, experientially, and enlightenment, and initiating others to in turn initiate others to continue the Guru Parampara. So understand, Paramashiva showered all the 16 dimensions from Sivadiksha to Paramacharya Abhishekam. So, with this clarity, sit and receive initiation. I think this introduction should be given for all initiation sessions, so people understand from who they receive initiation. They are receiving the initiation. Om, Om, Om. Om, Om. In Hindu tradition, you are always initiated into Gayatri So I am initiating all of you into Gayatri mantra. Just listen and repeat along with me. So listen to the Gayatri mantra and listen, repeat along with me. Om Bhur Bhuvaswaha At Savitur Varenyam Bargo Devasya Dhimahi Diyo Yona Prachodaya. Om Bhur Bhuvaswaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bargo Devasya Dhimahi Diyo Yona Prachodayat. Om Bhur Bhuvaswaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bargo Devasya Dhimahi Diyo Yona Prachodayat. Om Bhur Bhuvaswaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bargo Devasya Dhimahi Diyo Yona Prachodayat. Now, I will again repeat. So I will again repeat. Om Bhur Bhuvaswaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bargo Devasya Dhimahi Diyo Yona Prachodayat. Om Bhur Bhuvaswaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bargo Devasya Dhimahi Diyo Yona Prachodayat. Now listen. Listen to the Samaya Diksha, Siva Diksha level 1. Listen to this intensely and recite along with me. This is the password to open up yourself to Paramashiva and to open Mahakailasa to you. Om Ham Aum Shivaya Namaha. Om Ham Haum Shivaya Namaha. Om Ham Haum Shivaya Namaha. Listen. There are many gurus, great enlightened beings. See, I am not comparing, I am not disrespecting any of my predecessors, my Guru Parampara, or my predecessors. For example, Ramana Maharishi is not only an enlightened being, a great being who can transmit enlightenment, but he never initiated anyone formally. He himself repeated multiple times, because I did not receive formal initiation, I am not authorized to initiate anyone formally. His whole life, he never initiated anyone formally with an open, clear declaration. He said, I did not receive formal initiation, so I will not give formal initiation. If you read Ramana Maharishi's life and his teachings, you will read this. You can read this. There are many gurus who did not initiation others just because they did not receive formal initiation. Ramana Maharshi said, when Sringeri Mutt sent Acharyas to initiate Ramana Maharshi said, in Tiruvannamalai, whoever lives, they don't need initiation. So I don't need initiation. Same way, I am also not going to initiate anyone. Arunachala himself initiated Ramana Maharshi, but he did not come in human form and formally initiate. So, he never initiated anyone formally. Arunachala is Ramana Maharishi's guru. He gave enlightenment to Ramana Maharshi, but he did not assume the human form and gave the initiation ritualistically. So naturally, Ramana Maharshi also never initiated others ritualistically. I am not disrespecting Ramana Maharshi. I am not comparing myself with them. I am just stating the nuances, subtle nuances of the spiritual world. A great person like Ramana Maharshi, if you go to him, he will give you experience, no doubt, but he will not give you formal initiation. I give you experience and formal initiation, both, because I want this Guru Parampara to continue, flourish. Buddha Parambarai Poliya, the Shiva Buddha Parampara, மேன்மைகுள் சைவநீதி விளங்கிட உலகெல்லாம். great tradition, ultimate tradition of Shaivism, Paramadvaita, to flourish all over the universe. Not only I transmit enlightenment, I give formal initiation also. So now, Mahavagya Upatesam. So sit and listen. Om, 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 Om Shiva, Shiva, Shiva. Om Shivaya Nama. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Hrim Shivaya Nama. Om Ham Haum Shivaya Nama. Om Shivoham. Om Shivoham. Om Shivoham. Om 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 Paramashiva. Om Paramashiva. Om Paramashivaya Namaha. Om Hrim Paramashivaya Namaha. Om Hrim Paramashivaya Namaha. Om Ham Haum Paramashivaya Namaha. Om Paramashivoham. Om Paramashivoham. Om 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 Nithyanandam. Om Nithyanandam. Om Hrim Nithyanandaya Namaha. Om Hrim Nithyanandaya Namaha. Om Nithyanandoham. Om Nithyanandoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om 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 Om. Now sit. I will make this mantra reverberate in you through the Shakti Pada and Shaktini Pada and awakening your Kundalini Shakti. Om, 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 Om.